What are you saying?
And
I'm saying that murder started in that house. That murder started in your room. That's what I'm telling you. That murder started in that room.
This is your daughter. What happened?
That's what we're trying to find out.
I know, and you got a lot of answers you're not wanting to give.
It's possible that they never did come back home.
James,
But how does when they left the house alive? They were two living human beings when they left the house at 8:30. You said that, and Grandma said that.
you're steering away from the top. You're steering away from
What's
the
the top?
time out. You're steering away from the facts of the case. The facts of the case is their damn blood is in your room.
He was supposed to be her protector. Instead, he drove his own daughter's body across county lines and dumped her by a dumpster like trash. When a delivery driver discovered 24 years old Brittany Cosby and Crystal Jackson dead behind a Bolivar Peninsula convenience store, investigators were left with no murder weapon, no immediate motive, and no active crime scene. But what the killer didn't realize was that every mile of his escape, from a flickering headlight caught on Ferry's surveillance to a trail of blood left inside his own home, was quietly piecing together the ultimate betrayal. A father executing his own child and her partner.
So you're saying, you're telling me, look at me face to face. I want you to look at me man to man. You're going to tell me that you had absolutely nothing to do with what's in these pictures, huh?
They killed my daughter.
You explain that. You explain it. That's your goddamn fucking daughter's head smashed in. You explain it.
All my stuff on this table.
Yeah, I'll look it
Sure. Here's you.
That's fine.
Leave it right here.
That's set on the floor.
Okay. Let's see, there's a clipboard in here.
You go by Larry?
I go by James.
James, okay. James, my name's Tommy Henson. How you doing? I work throughout of here, but I'm on the FBI Safe Streets Task Force. Okay, so you know.
Okay.
James, since we're down here at this office, I have to do, I do this to everybody. I read what's called your advisory rights. Are you familiar with what that is?
Rights.
Yeah, Miranda rights. I have to before I interview anybody or go over anything with you.
I've been watching enough TV shows to know that they say Miranda rights. That means you under arrest.
No, it
It doesn't
doesn't.
mean you're under arrest.
It sure don't.
All it is, you've been
Maybe
given
that's-
your rights.
That's all. That's all I see on Perry Mason.
Well, that's, believe me, TV is a bunch of crap. Here's this.
All it is advice that we give you your rights, okay? That's all it is you've been given your rights, and you acknowledge that we gave you your rights. We're giving you your rights.
Yeah.
And then the bottom part of it is that we'd like to talk to you. Now, here's what I want you to understand before you get into that, okay? If there's things that we want to ask you about, it is going to be your rights after you get your rights. If there's things you want to talk about, you don't want to talk about, okay? It would behove you to listen to what we have to say, okay? And so, and if there's stuff that we ask you and you want to answer, fine. If you don't want to answer, that is your right. We want you to know that. But we want you to have your rights. Everything that's done here is recorded. Okay, so there's not any question about we're putting a line on you or he's putting a line on you or you weren't advised of your rights or you weren't given the proper thing. In a case like this, it's just normal routine procedure that we want to make sure it's very clear that you understand what your rights are, you've acknowledged what your rights are, and then on the bottom of that, if you want to talk to us, and you got to understand, the bottom part just says that you'll talk to us. Doesn't mean you have to answer every question or answer what you want. It's just that you're going to agree to listen to what we have to say and have a dialogue and conversation with us.
Okay.
As soon as you sign that, what we'll do is we'll immediately make a copy of it. We'll give you a copy you take with you, so there's not any question about it.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll understand what that's about. That's just
Pretty much.
routine, standard operating procedure. That's just the way it's always done, and that's the way we have to do it. We're here, we have to protect your rights.
Okay.
And I want you to understand about everybody in law enforcement, or not in law enforcement, thinks that, we're out to do whatever. I can't, we just have to follow the cards that are dealt us, okay? And I can't, if you don't tell me something opposite of what we may ask or what we may think, and you have an answer, but you don't give it to me, I'm just as obligated, and so is Detective Kitchens. We're just as obligated to take information that you give and validate it as we are to any other information we get.
Okay.
Okay? We don't get points. We don't get pay raises for how many years we put people in jail or how many arrests we. It doesn't work that way. We take the information that's gathered and we work with it. That's all it is. So that's what that is your rights. Just acknowledge that you get your rights and we'll give you a copy of it.
And what I'll do, I'll read each one of them one by one, and before I go to the next one, I'll make sure that you understand exactly what that right is, okay? So if you want to, just read along. It says, I have a right to remain silent, not make any statement at all, and any statement I make may be used against me at my trial. Do you understand what that is? That's not saying you'll ever go to any trial. These are just rights.
But do you understand the right?
Yeah.
You understand the right.
If you understand it, just initial it.
That's just saying that you understand what that right is.
It's not saying you agree to anything, it's just saying that you understand it.
I understand.
Okay. Number 2 says, any statement I make may be used as evidence against me in court. So if you understand that one, just initial it. Like I said, I'm not saying you'll ever go to court on anything. It's just, this is what the federal government has put out that we have to allow you to have. Number 3 says I have the right to have a lawyer present to advise me prior to and during any questioning. Number 4 says if I'm unable to employ a lawyer, I have the right to have a lawyer appointed to advise me prior to and during any questioning. And number 5 says I have a right to terminate the interview at any time, which means if you don't want to talk to us, you don't have to talk to us. Now, the next line says the above rights have been read to me. I have read these rights also. I understand and know what my rights are.
Okay.
That means if you know it, just sign right there where it says signature.
It says acknowledging that you got your rights and you understand. Nothing more, nothing less.
The bottom says I have read this statement of my rights and I understand what my rights are. I am willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I wish to waive the above rights. I understand and know what I am doing. No promises or threats have been made to me, and no threats or coercion of any kind has been used against me. Now, if you agree to that and agree to listen to us or talk to us, just sign the bottom one.
It's 9:50 p.m.
9:50. All right.
Today is, the days are running together, March what?
12.
12.
Absolutely. I can't remember what day it is half the time.
Do you have any questions you want to ask us up front?
Yeah, feel free.
I got a lot of questions. I just, ready to get back home. Let's do what we gotta do.
No, I mean, if you have a question, we'll be more than happy to
I
answer.
can't think of anything right now.
Okay,
There's a lot of
okay.
things going on in my head right now. No, right now I just can't think of anything that I'd be interested in asking you guys other than, what's going on.
What was your relationship? Tell us about your nature of your relationship with your daughter.
She's my daughter.
No, but I mean, you
I
your stuff
didn't
together?
have- we didn't have a traditional father-daughter relationship. started working at the waterfront. Me and her and Granny stayed at the house together. We had I actually talked to Brittany one time. You know, I told her, I said, you know, I failed you as a father. I should have been here. A lot of things that you're going through, it's not really all your fault. I look at it like it's my fault.
And when you say the things she was going through, what were you referring to?
I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about the gay community, but I actually had to embrace that because, you know, that's what she was, you know. I mean, kind of, it was either accept that or don't have your daughter at all.
Right. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, it kind of grew on
So
me.
you worked through it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
she's my daughter, so, you know, yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to accept.
Well,
I mean,
call me a hypocrite. I don't like gay dudes,
sure.
but I don't mind two women. Not that I'm saying about
I
them.
know where you're coming
Yeah, I
from.
go titty bars and you see girls on girls
Yeah.
and stuff. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like I said, it grew on me. I learned to accept it. I accepted Crystal. She used to call me daddy. I used to make references concerning, yeah, man, I got my grandmother and my two girls at home. You know, I'd say stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, it was.
How about Crystal's little one? You get along with her?
Oh yeah, yeah, she was sweet. I used to call her Dumpling. Yeah, she was sweet. She's a good girl. She's talkative. What a little girl can talk.
Who is she? Talking your ears off?
I call her Dumpling. Yeah, she's sweet.
Well,
Well,
I'll tell you, these kids nowadays, they don't miss anything. You know,
No,
pretty sharp, pretty sharp.
no.
I got 5-year-old kids on laptops now doing stuff.
oh my God.
Speaking of
yeah.
laptop, what's going on with Brittany's laptop?
We still got it.
Okay.
We're gonna go into it and have a look at it.
I thought you guys already did that.
No, we've been burning the streets.
I mean,
out.
I ain't in a rush to get it back. Just if it helps, you know. Damn it.
Well, the thing about a lot of stuff like that is it
Takes
requires
time.
court orders, and then not everybody, just as we talked about computers, not everybody has the wherewithal to do that, so that we have a special lab in Houston, that's all they do is computers, for any kind of cases, whether it be murder cases or child pornography cases or whatever, and they're the experts, okay? And if there's hidden stuff in there that we can't get, they do that, and they can testify as experts in court. So normally we go through the process and then we get it delivered up to them, and they extract everything from it, and then we give the little laptop itself back, and then we are able to keep the
Okay.
documents out of it.
Okay.
And that's pretty much like on anything, much like we do on DNA and everything else. It goes to a lab somewhere, and there's some expert that has to deal with it. So
Right.
yeah. So that's the deal on the laptop. Now I think the paperwork has been submitted to get it taken up there, so it'll probably go through maybe this week or something.
Yeah, probably so. And once they get it, it don't take no time to get everything done. It needs to be on there.
What do you think happened to your daughter?
Well, based on what Detective Kitchens has been sharing with me, the best scenario that I've heard
Mm-hmm.
was the morning that they left, that maybe they went to the convenience or whatever. You know, like I say, that's not out of the ordinary for her to do that. Run to the store, grab a Coke or grab a cigarillos or whatever she grabbed and come right back. Now that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
When we were riding down Cullen, he said something to the effect of, during that time might have been when they were, I don't know what term he used, accosted or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that made the best sense to me. Because like I say, when I looked at the truck was gone, but the little girl was there.
Right.
And me and Granny was still there. And I didn't think nothing of it because, like I said, that's normal for them to come right back. And I knew they had to come back because that little girl was there.
When how often did the little girl spend the night
All
over
the
there?
time. All the time.
Overnight?
All the time. Overnight, all the time. If Crystal didn't have to work, the little girl was there. I mean, that was their little family, you know.
Yeah, no, yeah, I just wondered how often she actually stayed over there.
All the
Because I
time.
know she stays with Crystal's parents quite a bit too.
Now, when she has to work, Crystal have to work, and like I said, Brittany is not able to keep her because she didn't really keep her unless Crystal was there.
Right.
You know, I can only remember maybe one or two times Brittany actually had the girl. Maybe only, I don't know, a couple. Like I said, that's not a normal. So
It wouldn't be normal. You said it's not routine for Brittany to have her alone. if Crystal's not
she
there.
would have her. I can remember maybe once or twice. It might have happened more than that. A lot of times I'm not at home.
Yeah.
We work overnight at the waterfront. Sometimes I don't come home. But anyway,
You a longshoreman?
yeah.
Which docks do you work?
Bayport, Barber's Cut. I worked the cruise line last week down in Bayport.
Work.
So, city dock, they got 1 through 32 docks down now. So,
Yeah.
and it's hard because my seniority is not big. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
you got
always
guys down there that's got a lot more.
That's a
seniority.
lay of the land on the waterfront. I mean, that's the way it has been here for as long as I can remember. Why do you think? What would be your thought? Why would somebody want to do this to them?
I've been asking myself that question too. I don't know of any enemies that they have. I mean, I hear them, you know, have their little whatever they have, but that's normal. You know, husband and wife will have their little tiffs or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've been asking that same question.
What about in that home? You said them 2 bedrooms belonged to Brittany. One of them they stored clothes in.
The
and
middle
then
room is where they
slept in.
kept their clothes at, and the far back bedroom,
Is where they slept at.
yeah, so all 3 of them slept at.
And Grandma had that one big room right there
Yeah,
on the end. Okay. Which one was your room?
I would sleep probably in the den sometime,
In the den?
or if I sleep in Granny's room sometime if she wasn't, you know, she was
Sure.
there. But other than that, you know, I didn't mess around in their room.
Right.
And at that bed, that middle bedroom, if the clothes and stuff wasn't always on that, I'd sleep in there.
Yeah. So mainly your room is that den area?
But between Granny's room and in the middle room, you know, I just, you know,
Okay. Well, let's go back to Wednesday night. You said they were there at the house.
Wednesday night.
Yeah, sleeping.
Would that be the 5th?
Yeah, the night of the 5th, early morning 6th.
Okay. So yeah, they were at home Wednesday night.
They were at home.
Because, wait a minute, I don't know what date that was, but that following morning, I think you asked me that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, Wednesday morning or Thursday morning, which was the 6th.
Thursday morning was the
Okay,
6th.
that's the morning that Delilah came by and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But that night before, they spent the night there at the house.
And the night before that too, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
and probably the night prior to that. I mean, I want to answer those questions, but I wasn't really paying attention to that. You know, if they were there, I just know that they were
Well, no,
there.
keep in mind, if we ask you something you're not exactly sure that
Yeah,
was
just
specific
feel
night,
free to
that's
tell me,
fine.
that's
I mean,
fine.
that's,
That's
I
what
mean,
we're doing is just trying to get all the
nobody
details.
punches the time card in and out of their house, so we
Okay.
understand that, you know, just, this is recent stuff, and that, you know, if you remember, fine, if you don't.
So it could have been the prior 4 days.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say it was like that because I guess the girl had to go to school, but they were there,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, most time they were there at nighttime, and that's where they slept. And you said that morning you got up about 6 or 7, and they were getting up, getting ready
Don't
for
quote
work.
me on the time, but
No, that's just around
yeah,
that time.
it's about. That was a normal morning. It was just there was nothing out of the ordinary about that morning.
Okay.
They were getting up, running around, getting ready. Brittany was getting up, getting dressed. The little girl, Chris was getting up, dressing the little girl. Me and Granny was sitting in the kitchen. And
Were you awake before them, or did you see them?
I usually get up before everybody.
Okay, so you were awake
'Cause
before
I
them?
usually get up at 3 a.m. if I'm going to work because I got to catch the bus to work.
Okay.
So I usually leave the house maybe about 3:45.
So you're in the habit of just waking up early.
so yeah,
Yeah,
military times is it what you eat.
okay. So you got up pretty early.
Well, I don't
And
know
then-
exactly what time but I know I was up. I was up when Granny rolled herself out of her room, and I was walking through. I think I was getting ready to brush my teeth or wash my face or something like that, and the girls were up, but they hadn't come out the room, or something to that effect, something like that. Like I say, I wasn't really just paying attention to every detail. I'm trying to help you guys out, but I wasn't paying attention to every detail. Like I said, it was a normal morning. You know, sometimes we bumping each other going to the restroom. Sometimes I beat them to it. You know.
Sure. Well, who do you think would be calling them from the house at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning that same morning?
Calling them from our house.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see if I understand that question. At 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. At 1:16 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
2:09 in the morning, and
Mhm.
2:10 in the morning. That very morning, they were supposed to be asleep in her bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
They were receiving calls on her phone from the house phone.
house phone.
I don't know. I honestly don't know that. Maybe they was not at home like I thought they were. I don't know.
The first call was a
But if
pretty
they weren't home,
lengthy
who was calling?
conversation.
Granny damn sure wouldn't be calling them at 1 o'clock in the
And
morning.
I don't use the house phone. I don't use the house phone. Not unless it's like, you know, my phone's on the charger or something. So they called it, somebody from our house called them.
On the phone inside the house, the
Mhm.
hardline phone.
Mm-hmm.
3 phone calls, starting at a little after 1 o'clock in the morning, all within a few minutes of each other, were made to Brittany's phone.
Brittany's phone.
And one of those calls looked like probably just a hang up, but one of them there was conversation because it was a fairly lengthy call. It was what, 4 or 5 minute
4 or
call?
5 minute long.
Can y'all get like a recording of what, I don't know, maybe, I want to say my grandmother because I don't use the house phone. Now, if Brittany wasn't at home, I don't know if she might have been checking on her because she does that. If we're not at home, sometimes she'll just call, but I'm almost certain they were at home, so I don't see how that's,
Well, would you see Grandma up at 1:30 on the phone, in the morning on the phone?
no, Granny's usually in the bed probably maybe about 10.
Yeah, because we
You
talked
know.
to her about it. She said that she could have no idea. She said it damn sure wasn't her. She was pretty adamant about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know, that she's out for the night. She's out for the night. You know?
I don't know. Is there a length of time on those phone calls?
Yeah.
That's how we knew one of
Is
them was
3
4
of
or
them
5 minutes.
within how many minutes of each other?
Just a couple of minutes apart. One of them was at 1:16. The next one was almost an hour later,
Mhm.
and then the next one was 1 minute later.
That doesn't make any sense. There's nobody else in the house but me and Granny. And I wouldn't call them that time in the morning.
Well, it definitely came from that house.
Well, okay, I'm taking a stab in the dark. Maybe one of them used the phone to test their ringtone out or something. I mean, I got a special ringtone on my phone right now. It's Earth, Wind, and Fire.
But
I've actually called my phone to listen to it.
I could go with that but I don't think 4 or 5
Like I
minute
said, I'm just taking a
long-
stab.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I
the 2
got-
short
I
ones
got-
is one that's a possibility, but a 5 minute conversation, that's not.
I don't know.
You know, you sit here and look at your watch. 5 minutes is a long time.
Your
for
guess is as good as mine on that one. You know, and I don't check up on Brittany like that, so I know I didn't make that because I don't do that to her. I don't check up on her like that. It's nothing for them to come in from Papa Do's at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning with a Papa Do's bag, and I'd be like, "Hey, Brittany, y'all went out to eat?" And she's like, "Yeah, Dad, I forgot to get you something." I said, "Don't let it happen again." You know? But as far as that,
Would it be a possibility that one or the other of them would leave, and Brittany would be calling Crystal, or Crystal calling Brittany?
I doubt that. I'm not ruling that out, but
But not like
every time I usually see them leave,
they're together.
Brittany either leaves by herself and leaves Crystal there. I've never seen Crystal take the truck and go without Brittany, so I don't know. You know, I don't know about that.
The next call that was made to her phone after those times was at 1:49 in the afternoon. And then another one following that at 1:53. Both
I
from
think
the
that's
house
when.
phone.
I think that's when. Because Granny called me. I think shortly
Mhm.
when Delilah had got there a little I think she did call me because she said, where are you? I said, I'm around the corner at the park, and I was working out. I hit the track a couple of times. She said, they haven't came back. So, and the park is right across Cullen, so I came right back to the house. And her and Delilah was sitting in the kitchen. And they said they hadn't came back to get the little girl to take her to school.
Did you ever call and try to get in touch with her?
No,
You never did?
no. Granny said she called, and I listened to what she had been saying. I figured, okay, you know, Granny called. She'll answer the phone probably for Granny, if she, you know, before she would me. And I don't usually call Brittany's phone because when she goes to work, she don't answer her phone.
Right.
She don't answer her phone. She'll tell you, I'm at work and you know, I can't talk on the phone. Same way at the waterfront. And
Right.
we can't have phone calls down there either. They catch you with an earpiece or a phone, they cut you off. Now you got me wondering about this phone call at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Well, these are all part of pieces of the puzzle we're trying to put together.
Like I say, I got an Earth, Wind & Fire ringtone right. When I set that up, I actually did use the house phone just to hear what it sounded like when other people call my phone, or you might have heard it when you called.
No, I didn't. even
Anyway,
pay attention.
I mean, I've done that, but 5 minutes, I can see what you're saying about that.
Yeah, 5 minutes doesn't make sense.
I don't
You know,
know.
2 or 3 seconds, 10 seconds of hang-up call, that's one thing, but you know,
I don't
that's
know.
5 minutes that's a conversation.
Okay.
That's a, you know, I mean, on the phone, that's actually a pretty good conversation for most
Okay,
people.
well, no one else is in that house but us.
Does a 5-year-old know how to use a phone?
Of course, yeah. Oh, yeah. She know the phone numbers and everything, yeah. And we have to tell her not to use the house phone. You don't go, she go in the icebox when she get ready. At her grandparents' house, but we don't do that at our house. You know, kids have to ask at a certain age if you want something like that. So yeah,
But she knows how to use that phone.
yeah. Turn TV on, remote control, laptop, you name it. She's a smart little girl.
Man, there's something else with that stuff. It'll tear
You
you up in
think-
a video game too.
Yeah, you thinking that the little girl may make that phone call?
Always a possibility.
No, I'm in that
I
middle
don't know,
bedroom
it's always
sometime, and I can
possibility.
hear the goings and comings. I hear there's a creak right there when you step right in front of the bathroom. You can hear somebody walking down the hallway because it creaks every time.
Right.
Now, if you live in that house and you don't want nobody to hear you, you'll step over that. If I'm in that middle bedroom, and Brittany come out that room or anybody come out of that room, and like you've seen, there's only a curtain right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hear that. No, we don't know. None of us ever try to avoid it. You know.
Right.
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear nobody leave that night for somebody to be calling and talk for 5 minutes.
You ever have any buddies that you have, friends of yours, stay over?
Yeah. My cousin Scotty used to stay over there.
What's Scotty's name?
Scotty Cabot.
Kevin?
Mm-hmm. He used to stay over there. He used to stay at the house. He would help Granny out. He'd cut the grass, wash the car, and stuff like that.
When's the last time he been over there?
Last night,
Last night?
yeah,
He come pretty regular? or
every day.
Every day?
He knows the house better than I do. I come out the room. I come out the room. I know I heard somebody come. He come through the bathroom window.
Mm-hmm.
This was over 2 years ago. I had come home and I heard something in the bathroom. I said, it sure sound like somebody coming through here. And when I got up, I looked around, didn't see him. I went back to bed, woke up the next morning, and he was in the house. I said, how'd you get in here? Oh, you know I come through the bedroom. My grandmother used to let him in all the time because he don't have anywhere to stay. That bathroom window, if you go there right now, it doesn't lock. It's the only weakness in the house, and nobody
Right.
knows that but me and him. So,
Scotty Cabot?
yeah.
How do you spell his last name?
Cavitt.
Okay.
The little locks on the window don't work. They don't engage as far as locking.
Right.
So you can just pull it up, pull it down, or whatever.
Was Scotty around last week?
Scotty's been around since this thing has been happening.
What about beforehand?
He was coming around. Yeah,
Right.
that's my little cousin. He's
How old's Scotty?
30. I'm not sure. 30. I don't know.
Early 30s?
Mid 30, early 30s.
30s?
Yeah, early mid 30s.
So he didn't have a regular place to lay down. Where's his family at?
He shot his dad.
Oh.
They live like six block. His dad's name is James Cabot. His mama's name is Alma Cabot. James has a history of beating up Alma. Scotty got tired of that, so he whooped his dad. Dad put a restraining order on him. So he can't come to the house. But you know how mother's love is. She sneaks him in every now and then. So if James came home, caught him one time, tried to put his hands on him. Scotty got the pistol, shot his dad. Daddy didn't die. I guess the court checked the records and seen where he had stabbed, the daddy had stabbed Scotty, or had assault charges on Scotty in the past, and they ruled it out as like a self-defense thing, so he didn't get no time for that. So, I don't know.
So you're about the only other family he's got to go light somewhere?
He stays with my Aunt Lucy sometimes. She lives down color. He spends the night at her house. Everybody in the family knows Scotty's situation. We let him, and I even told him one time, I said, man, you know what, you can crash out here, but you can't move back in, you know. I don't want to live with no grown ass man. I mean, excuse my friend.
No, you're right.
You know, I just want me, I just want my grandmother and my daughters, and you know,
Sure.
I was cool with that, you know. So. This some nasty coffee. I don't know how y'all drink this shit.
They get used to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I just killed the
You want
whole
your Coke, man?
I'll get it in a minute. How much longer are we gonna be doing this?
I don't know.
Too much longer.
Yeah.
Cause my mother, I know anyway. Soon
Well, there were some people there too. There were some people. Were you aware that we were back at the house today?
Today? No, I left this morning. My mom came and picked me up this morning, and we went to the cemetery. We got some fundraising money that we were supposed to pay $1,500 for the opening and closing. Then we went to the church to do then we went to J.C. Penney's and picked up clothes for Brittany. And then we went to the funeral.
How do you think, and we're asking some of these questions because I'm going to tell you, I've been doing this for a long, long time, okay? This is not my first rodeo by any means. I mean, I've been working homicides for 35 years. And there's bad cases and hard cases and bizarre cases. And this is a bizarre case. It's just a lot of unusual things. And I'm just having this horrible time of wrapping around my head how on God's green earth did some of that wood and that blind, fake little blind that was up on the front of that house, that's been off that house for a long time, obviously, wind up with those girls' bodies. I cannot grasp how on Jesus Christ's earth can that happen.
Okay.
Tell me what's your thoughts?
I have none. I can't make sense of that.
Oh, I can't either. I can't either.
Okay.
There's other stuff that was there with those two girls' remains that came from that house. From that house. That car she had for 3 days, 4 days when she disappears. So it's not like when you got a car, I mean, I got a car at home I've had for years, and I got crap in it, okay? I mean, everybody gets crap in it. But how do you have a brand spanking new car, and it winds up with a bunch of crappy ass old lumber and shit from inside the house, kids' stuff and everything else? How does that shit wind up in that car and wind up out on the scene with these two girls' bodies? I can't. I'm blown away by this. What are your thoughts about it?
I believe they had that car for more than 3 or 4 days. They had that car like a week and a half.
They got it the previous Saturday. On paper, they got it Monday.
Okay.
On paper.
All
But
right.
they got the car. They gave them the car to drive
I
Saturday.
remember when they got it, because when I came home, the car was in the driveway. We drove it around.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 6 days.
Okay.
okay? 6 days, because they were supposed to go back Friday with the remainder of the down payment to get the final paperwork cleared up on the truck. Because the car sales
Now
would
that's
start
news
going.
to me. I thought they made the whole down payment.
No, they owed them $500.
Okay.
Well, that Wednesday night,
They kept, they did have some of their bags and stuff. Brittany carries this Jordan backpack. So as far as stuff being in the truck, I seen some of the stuff in the truck. So I know they had items in the truck.
Like what?
The girls' overnight bag.
Mhm.
They always had that. That would always move when Crystal went by. If they get when the girl come over, she always got this little overnight bag, little backpacks.
Yeah.
I think the little girl had a back. I found one of Brittany's backpacks in her room. Had her laptop and her taser in it, and I called him, and he came and picked it up in the back. It's a backpack at the house now.
Yeah.
She got a
Well, a
camera.
backpack, that's something you're gonna, it's almost like a purse or something.
Well, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I heard the volume you was using when you said you can't figure out
how this wood got in there.
well,
I have no
Wednesday
idea about
night
no
that
wood.
wood was not in that vehicle.
Say it again.
Wednesday night that wood was not in that vehicle
Okay. And how do we know that?
because of another witness.
Okay.
That looked at the vehicle and there wasn't none of that was in there. I mean, my God, how do you hide the back of that little car is not that very big and it's all open glass. How do you hide a old piece of wood about that big?
Your guess is as good as mine.
So it wasn't like it was hidden in there. No place to hide it. But it winds up on the scene out there. What's their connection to Galveston or Port Baller? How would they wind up over there? How do you think their bodies would wind up over there? Did they know somebody down there, or how they would?
No, I'm not. I don't know anything about that. But ever since I came home, Brittany and I have been talking about getting us a vehicle to make it a little easier on us. We were gonna get us a vehicle and we were gonna go to Galveston. By the time Granny's birthday get around here, we're gonna take her to Galveston. Well, that didn't work out like that because cousin Cora came and took Granny to Galveston for her birthday, which was February the 26th.
Because Granny was actually raised in Galveston or born in Galveston.
We always come. But we come to Galveston. We said we were going to come to Galveston as do the little thing, and Granny wanted to come to Galveston, so Cora came and picked Granny up and brought her down here for her birthday, and I think shortly after that is when they got their car, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. We were all, this is only what I've been going over in my head, that maybe they, but it still don't make sense that they would want to go down there like that,
Is there anybody that
we've always been planning on going to Galveston, coming to Galveston.
Is there anybody that they run with, that they go down and party in Galveston with?
Actually, they're having a party right now. When we left the memorial, they're doing a fundraiser for Brittany and Crystal at this club, this gay club where they used to go. And that's where I was headed when the detectives asked me to come to Galveston.
Mm-hmm.
As far as partying goes, that's where they're going. I don't even know the name of the club, but
True Colors.
Is that it? That's where they at now.
What we can't get is that, apparently the evidence on scene points right back to your home. The shutter, it come from your home.
Mm-hmm.
The trim,
Mm-hmm.
come from your home.
Right.
The male in the vehicle, or on the scene, was in the vehicle, come from your home.
Right.
The unexplained part is where that shutter was before.
Nobody's going to carjack two people and then go back by the house and pick up some scrap lumber. It's not going to happen. Nobody's going to grab them to sexually assault them or to rob them or whatever it could be and take them back home to get a piece of scrap lumber. There's just there is no reasonable logic in the world for that to happen. So what the detective we're getting at is, here's our dilemma is, everything about this case
He said it points back at the house.
Points back to the house.
Okay.
It originates at the house. Everything about this case originates at the house. So we have to keep, we have to get these questions answered as to why. That rules out the pieces of wood, because there was other pieces of scrap stuff there too. The other stuff that was there, I can understand how some of that, how it would be in the car. Not that.
Talking about the clothes.
Yeah, some clothes, or there was some little stuff that belongs to a little girl, you know, some of those little things like that. I can understand how that gets in a car. But the scrap lumber, there is no rhyme or reason, there is no possible logical explanation how that got in that car as a result of any other criminal act somewhere else, be it a carjacking or be it whatever, for that to be in there. I mean, they weren't taking it out to go get paint samples to repaint the house. I mean, we know that. So that's what everything takes us back, that this crime somehow originated at that house. Give me some other explanation.
I don't think
Take me away from that. Give me something to get me off of that. Point me in some direction. Help me here.
I can't fill that gap in at the house. I was at the house.
So what can you tell us about the house?
Like the trim?
Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing like that.
You understand that when we do our job, we're very extremely thorough. And we do have one of the best forensic departments around. So give us something.
Such as?
Anything.
An explanation. Give us something to work with here. Give me something that's going to give me some logic that would take this crime originating somewhere else besides Houcher Street. Can you give me something?
No, you have to help me with that one.
Well, I'm fixing to help you. Okay. Were you aware that we were back out there today?
No. When I left this morning with my mom, we went running errands.
Okay.
Let me add to that. What you're probably not aware is we're still out there today.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Can you
The
explain?
officer said he got the wallet, so I figured somebody was already there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were waiting for the wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you explain to me how, if you don't know anything about that board and you hadn't seen that board or anything connected to any of that, can you explain to me how your print wound up on some of that over there where those bodies were recovered in Port Bolivar,
My
Texas?
print was on what?
The scene.
The scene. Can you explain to me why or how in your room where you stay that carpet throughout that room and furniture throughout that room is saturated with fresh blood? Can you explain that to me? Can you explain that to me? Because I'm going to tell you right now, they've got a truck's load of shit that they've hauled out of that fucking house, and there's blood everywhere in your room. Fresh blood everywhere in the room. So you give me a reason why that crime did not originate in that house.
Well, how could that happen when I was,
Can you also give a reason why the sheet that was wrapped around your daughter's head has its match on your clothes at that house?
a sheet?
James, we've got everything. When I told you we're still out there,
Mm-hmm.
that's because there is so much.
They're still out there.
Well, how could that have happened
You tell us.
from the time when I left and just came right back when she called me? What time did that thing say she called me? Because that's the only time I was gone, and that wasn't that long. What time is that?
What are you talking about?
The morning that they left, when my
Mhm.
grandmother called my phone, 832-894-3234, she said,
I don't have your phone. I have Brittany's phone.
okay, well, they got my phone. How could that have happened from that short time when I wasn't there, when I was there and
It
came?
happened that night, that evening.
No, it couldn't have happened. Not that evening.
Well, I can tell you something else then. I'm gonna share a little experience with you, okay?
So somebody come in the house while what are you saying?
And they
I'm
stopped.
saying that murder started in that house. That
Okay.
murder started in your room. That's what I'm telling you. That murder started in that room.
And my sheet off the couch is saturated with my daughter's blood.
Exactly what we're telling you. That murder on them girls started right there in that room that you sleep in every night. There's shit in that room that's broke, that wasn't broke a couple of days ago. There's
Did you-
crap outside that was cleaned up, that was there prior to the murder that's gone. There's a whole bucket load of shit that we know that leads everything to the murder originated inside that house. Period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts
The
about it.
only window I'm thinking about now is from the time I looked out after they left, and then I left and came back when my grandmother called me and said that they hadn't returned. That's the only window I can think of.
James, you're kind of getting beside the point. You're steering away from what we're talking about.
Yeah, I heard he said it
We're
was.
not talking about a window now, and we're not talking about what time they left that morning.
Okay.
We're talking about Thursday evening, right there in your room.
It
We're
wasn't-
talking about your prints and your evidence on that scene out there,
On what?
on the scene
what?
where we found the bodies.
On the truck?
I'm not telling you where
No,
we
no,
found it.
Well,
at.
it could have been on the
It,
truck.
it's
but
on. It was on the scene.
the only thing I could think of is on the, truck, I guess, because truck is there. That's not happening.
How do you explain the damage on that stuff in the room? There was obviously some kind of skirmish in that room. And you've been back there since all that. You've been back to that house and staying in that house since that shit was damaged. How can you not notice it and explain it? Give me
Why
something.
weren't we told about it?
What?
When I was there asking you about all this, why weren't we told about this damage in the bedroom?
You could have told him, hey,
There's
man,
the TV that's in the backyard. You ask my grandmother, you call her now, and she'll tell you that Brittany broke that television. Brittany has temper tantrums. There's a lot of items around that house that my grandmother tell you. Call her now and ask her. While I was gone, Brittany took hammers and knocked holes in the wall.
James, just cut to
what
it.
about the lamp and everything that's broke in your room?
That lamp has been broke. The
No.
glass table with the little shakety thing, that's been like that.
For how long?
Years.
No, it hadn't.
No, it hadn't. We've talked to other people that
Okay,
live in
what's-
that house all the
what-
time.
James, what happened out there that evening? This is your daughter. What happened?
That's what we're trying to find out.
I know, and you get a lot of answers you're not wanting to give.
I mean, what do you want us to do here? We have to deal with the cards that are dealt us.
I don't want y'all to look at me as a suspect.
But what are we supposed to look at, James?
What are we supposed
You
to
telling me
do?
my
It's your bedroom. It's your house. It's stuff from your house, and it's evidence from you on the scene.
Somebody
What-
else in
what
your
if-
family involved in this and you're covered for? I
No.
gotta ask.
No.
I mean, the list.
If you say the sheet that I slept on was,
Your room is saturated in blood. Your room's not even gonna be there because we're bringing it here. It's saturated in your daughter's blood.
Everywhere in that room, there's blood. There's places of blood
On your
all over.
clothes, all over the furniture, There ain't gonna be no furniture left in that room.
That place is like, there's enough blood in there to fill a blood bank. It's like a war zone in there. It's like a goddamn war zone. There's blood on every place they're looking. There's blood. I'm just telling you. Give me something here, buddy.
What
the hell are we
started
supposed
this?
to do here?
What started all of it? Something happened there Thursday evening. What started it?
They pull a gun on you?
This is your
No,
daughter, man.
No one pulled a gun on me, no. And I didn't murder my daughter.
This is your daughter. What happened? You were at that house that evening.
Then
What
who
happened?
did?
I'm always at the house.
What happened?
There was nothing happening Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Wednesday night.
No, I didn't say Wednesday night.
Uh,
I said Thursday night. Them girls come back to that house Thursday night.
Thursday was the 6th.
Yes.
Sometimes
They came back
over
to
there.
that house.
And let me tell you something else, okay?
No.
James, they did. There's no about it. They did. I've got 100% hard evidence. You cannot argue with that. They came back to that house Thursday night.
And all hell broke loose for some reason or another.
And it broke loose in your room.
All them little rugs moved around, everything to cover all the blood spots on the floor,
Mhm.
the carpet,
Mhm.
right?
That stuff's coming here. It's going to be downstairs.
They've already got it. They've cut all the carpet out of that whole friggin' room.
Okay.
They got pieces of all the furniture. They got pieces of furniture. They got everything. I'm telling you, there's like a war zone in there. Man, I've been working homicides. I've been just shootings and everything else, son. And you might have a little blood here or a little blood over there, and that's it. There's fucking blood everywhere. It's like for every piece of thing they turn over in there, there's some fresh blood. And this is fresh blood. This ain't old blood. This is fresh blood. Okay? It's fresh.
It's on your clothes.
Give me something.
And
Give me
you
something.
said it was in the dens. Well, a lot of my clothes are in the dens.
Yeah, I know.
So on some of your one of your shoes,
My shoes are right there by the couch.
That's
on the
right.
floor.
blood behind. There was blood. It's crazy. It's like every time they dug up something or moved something, they found more blood. They cut the carpet up and it's saturated in blood. How on Lord's earth can anybody explain that? That's your room,
And you've been in and out of there since this happened.
and you've been out of there
There's
since
no way
then.
you hadn't seen it. That you can say that I don't know. I've never seen it in there.
I ain't seen no blood spots in there.
They're all over the place. Your
Okay.
floor is black. Big spot black. Where it's all over the carpet. Where you pull the carpet up, it has already soaked through.
Did somebody in your family do this?
I have no idea. I don't know. I'm dumbfounded with you.
Well, I mean, because we can't say it's a homicide suicide because they can't kill one of the other and kill themselves and load themselves in the back of the goddamn truck.
Okay, I'm not saying it was. I'm not saying it. I'm trying to make sense of what you guys are telling me.
No, but I'm just saying it can't be that because the bodies had to get over
Detective
there.
Kitchens Thursday. No, they didn't come home Thursday.
I know. They came home that evening. They were killed right there in your room.
I was home that evening.
I believe that.
Something happened.
It happened right there in your room, James.
Let me tell you something. We got to have something. If you want us to believe that, you've got to give me something.
Okay, hold up. If you checking her phone things, the activity on her phones maybe, okay, from Thursday morning,
I got it right here.
okay,
She didn't make any more outcalling numbers.
From what time?
Her phone wasn't getting anything by the middle of the day.
Okay,
She did, her last outgoing call was at 3:49 in the morning.
okay. 3:49 in the morning. You said she
Yeah.
came home that evening, which
Sometime that
And
day.
she did. She did.
But there's no phone activity.
You're right, there's no phone activity.
But she didn't come home.
She was killed in your room.
She left that morning. Her they left. They
Right.
came back. They left alive. They died in that room. They left that day.
Okay,
That morning. We all agree about 8:30, right?
okay.
Okay. And then sometime after that, they died and were killed in your room. They were killed in your room. It was like somebody slaughtered a cow in there and just went around with buckets of blood. That happens from a lot of violent activity. That don't happen that you just whack somebody and they fall down. There was some shit
there's no
going
outgoing
on.
calls from her phone to anybody after that morning? Is it any activity from Crystal's phone or from her phone going to anybody? Text messages?
Let's not worry about the phone calls right now.
Well, the reason I'm asking that is because I'm damn near 100% certain that I was home that night and they didn't come home. But you saying that
I'm
and you
telling you,
asking me to
listen,
help
time
you.
out, time out. Number one, I'm not stupid. He's not stupid. You're not
Oh, here
stupid.
we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to talk.
There is blood in your room.
I understand that.
Okay.
I understand
Your
that.
daughter's blood is in that room. Do you understand that there is a formula when you find a dead body that you can measure by temperature, by time, by the stature of the body, which is called rigor mortis, where you can tell the time that it was killed? Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, but
We can take that time back to when your daughter was killed.
Mm-hmm.
Your daughter was killed in your room Thursday evening. As soon as she was killed, they were loaded up in that truck, along with the stuff that she was killed around.
Mm-hmm.
And they were taken to Bolivar, and they were dumped.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you what time they were dumped. There's cameras everywhere, James.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
We know when the vehicle got on the boat. We know when the vehicle got off the boat.
I know when the vehicle went out to the road from your house. There's cameras everywhere.
I understand that. I heard you when you said that.
I know who wasn't driving that vehicle that evening.
It wasn't Brittany and it wasn't Crystal.
Right.
James, what happened at that house?
Something bad happened. Something bad happened. Really bad happened. And you know what? If
I can see right now, you guys not gonna believe anything I say. If
tell me something.
I have nothing to tell you concerning that because I'm almost certain I was home most of that evening, man. And they were missing. We called her grandmother to come pick the girl up because they didn't come back. She didn't come home that evening.
Why didn't y'all call him that evening?
Initially, when they left, I thought after they was gone for like a whole day,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, okay, well maybe they just, they got a new car, they got a little money, maybe they just
So
decided.
let me ask this question then. You said they're just going to go out and hang out all night,
That's
right?
what I'm assuming.
Okay.
And after they
You're
didn't
left
come,
at home with
and
a
after-
5-year-old child,
we
and,
come.
they never show up.
Right.
And nobody bothered to try to get a hotel room that night.
So if they came back home, why didn't Crystal get that little girl or something? They didn't come back home.
Because she was dead.
This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
No, we don't disagree with that. It's been a nightmare for everybody.
It's a nightmare for me, different from what you guys think I mean.
I understand that. I understand that there's a big difference here. Okay?
I think it's been a nightmare since the day it happened.
No, actually, it wasn't a nightmare. It
Because
was-
let me give you another little scenario too. All that wood and that stuff was underneath that carport till that night.
And how do we know this?
We know it.
Okay. I mean, at first, when I asked you guys,
People talk.
how would you know?
People talk.
Well, people told
And
us.
eventually
The
people
only
told
reason
them
I
talk.
asked, okay. The only reason I asked is because earlier, if I asked you guys something, you told me. But now I'm asking,
Well,
it's
no,
like,
so we were told. We were told it was there by other people that know you, that know the
And it
house,
saw it.
that there was stuff out there.
It saw the stuff there.
mhm.
So, I mean, and the stuff's there, they're killed, the stuff's gone, it winds up with their body. I mean, that's a pretty simple formula there. It went from point A to point B to point C. Why was it put in the car with their bodies? Well, we know why it was put in the car with their body. Because it had evidence on it.
Mm-hmm.
Blood evidence on it. From when shit was going on, moving stuff around out there. And then, of course, the area is all nice and clean, and
It's been bleached.
been cleaned up, and there's been some, cleaning going on all over the concrete. I mean, we know all that. We know all that. and we've gathered all the stuff to be able to go and finish that up. That's not a big deal there. We know what happened, and we know there was stuff out there, and it was gone. This case, the bizarre things that made it so bizarre at the beginning now simplify a lot of things because those items connect the dots. They make everything happen. They make everything fall into logic. That those girls weren't carjacked at some store, or they weren't pulled over, or they weren't pushed somewhere else, or robbed, or raped, or whatever the case is. They were killed in their own frigging house. And they were killed Thursday in their house. You have been in that room, and I want you to think about how this looks to everybody. You've been in that room, sleeping in that room, with your daughter's blood on the goddamn carpet. Jesus. That's horrible. You agree or disagree?
Judge, there's no way
I'm
you
not looking
couldn't
at
have
it the way
seen
you're
it.
looking at it because I didn't know that was like that. You say I'm
You
like
can't,
I'm
you can't miss it. I seen it as soon as I walked in there.
I ain't seen no stains. I would see some stains. I would see some.
How do you explain the sheet?
I'm all over the house.
How do you explain the sheet missing? That's
The
right around
only
their
sheet
body.
that I can think about is the sheet that I sleep on, and that's the one that's on that couch. If I'm not in, one of the middle room or her room, which is rare,
Uh-huh.
there's a sheet that I wrap the pillows around because my grandmother's kind of funny, but I don't fade my couch. Put something on it. Don't let
Uh-huh.
So I put I'm gonna tell you what color the sheet was. It was either brown or green. It was like a light lime green, brown, tannish.
Brown tannish.
Brown, like a tan paper sack brown or
Mhm.
green, and I wrapped that around those 3 pillows on that couch, the ones that I sleep on. So that's the sheet. If you're asking me, that's the only sheet I'm aware of.
And where's that sheet today?
You just said it was wrapped around. What you say it was?
It's wrapped around their bodies. It was with their bodies, soaked in blood. What happened? What happened? What the hell happened here? So, let me tell you something. You're not a stupid man, and you're not. I don't see you as a vicious man by any means, but I see you a man that you're going to stand up for yourself. Okay? And I don't have an issue with that. That's what we're supposed to do. Something fucking happened in there. Something happened with them, and you got in the middle of it here. What happened?
No, I don't get in the middle of they tips.
Well, then you got into something with them, or with something happened here.
To the point to where I would. No,
I don't know.
I'm telling you no. I'm telling you no. There's nothing Brittany could. Chelsea, that's my other daughter. Crystal, no, not on that scale. Not on the scale.
What would they do to anybody to kill them in your room? Your grandma didn't do it. The 5-year-old didn't do it.
And you just admitted that you were home.
So the only other person in that house, in your room, is you. And these 2 girls are killed there. There's blood all over that place.
I know that.
And then the stuff right outside that door that was scrap crap that's been sitting out there forever under that thing winds up with their bodies coming out of the back of her car. I can't. It's crazy.
With my prints on it.
Your prints is on some of it, yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
The only thing I could think my prints would be on would be one of those bags or something, maybe some, or the truck itself. But I don't know what the contents of that truck was other than clothes and the truck itself. I can't help you with that. That's not it. That's not it.
Do you understand our dilemma on being
I
able
do,
to
and I hear the
explain this to somebody else?
Say it again.
How can we explain,
I can't.
how can we justify to somebody else that you had nothing to do with this?
I
Give me
mean, from
something.
the way you guys are talking, I already see that. You know, I've watched enough TV shows to know that you guys are looking at me.
Only thing, well, of course we're looking at
Okay,
you.
well,
Why,
oh.
that's no secret here. We've given you, again, we only have to deal with the cards that are dealt us in
You
the
asking me to
hand.
answer questions. It seems like you guys can't answer. I don't.
Oh no, we can't answer
Oh,
that.
okay.
That's the whole deal.
Okay.
We
I'm gonna
can't
stand up
answer.
only because I'm getting a cramp in my legs.
And I've been having to use the restroom. So
but-
do I need an escort to go use the restroom or what?
But
Yeah,
that,
yeah, we'll
yeah.
let you go right. We'll take you up just a second.
But that's the whole point, James, is we want to hear it from
Detective
you.
Kitchens, I'm willing to help you guys, but I need you to help me make some sense. And it's the only thing I'm thinking about right now. Okay. Just can you bear with me?
Yeah.
All right. I asked you earlier. I said, the phone activity.
Mhm.
All day long. Well, not all day long, but we made calls. And I asked you, did any other calls come back from Brittany?
Time out. We rewind this video, you're gonna find that I asked you if you called your daughter, and you said no.
My grandmother called. Okay. I said we.
No, time out.
You really trying to catch me on?
I asked you
He's just answering the question.
if you called your daughter.
I didn't call.
You
No, not
said
from my
no.
phone. No. When I said we, I meant as in or me or my grandmother. I said when we called. That's all I meant.
But you didn't call. This is the whole point
No.
I'm trying to get at.
No, Granny called.
This is your daughter. This is not
Okay,
time out. This is not Granny's daughter. This is James's daughter.
Okay.
You know what I would do if it was my daughter?
No.
What do you think I'd be
You would
doing?
probably call and call and call.
No, I'd be burning the streets up looking for my
Okay.
daughter.
Okay. I understand that. My relationship with Brittany might just be a little bit different from yours. You know?
I would say so, yes.
Okay.
James, I'm not going to BS with you. I'm just not. Okay?
I don't want you to.
You know what happened at that house. You know damn well what happened at that house.
And let me
Just
tell
like
you.
I told you, I'm not stupid, he's not, and neither are you. And playing this cat and mouse game is getting old.
Okay.
Now, we've been there for how many days? Since last Friday,
Something
correct?
like that.
We've
Something
been
like
burning the roads up, trying to get justice for your daughter. Trying to help you and trying to help your family. And this whole damn time, you know what's happened at that home. You knew that stuff was in your room. There's no way you can't know it. I don't sleep in that room. I don't live in that house.
Man, I didn't see
Time
it.
out. And I can walk in there and I can see it. Okay? You know, you walk into a room, you see a lamp on a table, that's broke. My daughter's been killed. There's stuff from this house on the scene. That might be a clue. Maybe I should tell that officer about it. Unless there's something to hide.
Or unless it's been like that for a long time, long before this incident
But it
happened.
hasn't been.
What's that got to do with the blood?
I live in that room. I know that.
I know, but there's other people that go to that house too that said, that lamp wasn't broken.
What does that have to do with the blood?
That's what
And let me tell you something. We found parts of that lamp. We found parts of that lamp. And there's no way in hell that shit had been laying there for as long as you say that it's parts of that lamp. Not going to happen. But let's take the lamp out of the mix. Okay? Where did all the blood come from? There's blood on the chairs, there's blood on the couch, there's blood on the carpet here, there's blood on the carpet there, there's blood on the carpet there, there's blood behind the couch. Okay? We got the matching sheet out of your room wrapped around your friggin' daughter's head soaked in blood.
And blood on the bottom of your shoes.
Okay?
Because you walked through
We
it.
have other stuff that was stuck to that blanket that come out of that sheet, come out of that room, stuck on
I've been
there.
walking through that room for 3 or 4 days, man. In different paths.
In blood.
Unawares.
You can't be unaware when it gets on the bottom of your feet.
Make it sound like I walked through a pool of blood.
Yeah, that whole thing was a pool of blood.
There was. And we got some of it on your shoes.
Hell, I walked through it with these shoes. Can I go piss?
You need to piss?
I'd like
Yeah.
to go use the restroom, please.
That's 10:53.
Yeah.
I'll take you to the restroom. Come right here.
Okay.
For weeks, James Larry Cosby Jr. leaned on the absence of a direct eyewitness or a covert weapon, gambling that a lack of an obvious motive would keep him free. But when the case entered a Galveston courtroom, prosecutors closed every exit door. They connected the silver Kia SUV with the broken headlight, crossing the ferry late that night directly to Cosby. Backed by eyewitness IDs and cell phone ping records tracking the cross-country disposal run. Most devastating of all was the forensic trail inside his Houston area home, where blood spattered dismantled any notion of an outside attacker and proved the horrific violence had occurred under his own roof.
Situation that I'm thinking about, you cut me off. You never let me finish. You never let me finish that. I'm asking about that phone report. No outgoing calls from either one of those phones. No phone
I
activity.
don't have crystals right now. I'm not looking
It doesn't
at
matter.
crystals.
Okay, we talking about Brittany. You said
No, I can tell you not Brittany's. I can tell
my
you not
daughter
Brittany's.
Brittany, who you say was murdered in my room, who a rug was covered up everything, and I'm supposed to see things through a rug that you just told me.
The last
Phone-
outgoing call by
If
Brittany.
there was no phone this is the only sense I'm trying to make of this thing. If there was no phone activity from whatever time that was that morning, all the way through to whenever, I'm gonna tell you something else I was thinking. If they went to jail, I said after the second day they were missing. First thing they do is turn your phone off. Your phone goes straight to voicemail. It doesn't ring 4 or 5 times and then go to voicemail. It goes straight to voicemail. Their phone kept ringing because my grandmother kept calling. And she would inform me what was going on.
No, and we talked to other people that kept calling. They called them.
Okay, so that's what threw me off. That's why I didn't think they were in jail.
So
I
there
didn't
was-
think they were in jail because I
no
know the
answer.
routine for cell phones. And I know I can see what Detective Kitchens is that this is a
Yeah,
bunch of
but I can
hogwash,
tell you there was
it's
no
okay.
no phone activity the whole evening, the whole day, and up until till now. There was no phone activity. There was people trying
So
to
there's
call
a
them.
possibility that you
Well,
could be wrong about. Hold on. You said you're gonna let me finish.
Go ahead.
If there's no phone activity from that time of that morning, and I tell you that they didn't come back home for whenever, you insist that they came home that evening, which I'm telling you that didn't happen. Now, if there was no phone activity, then that might be
But
possible.
how do we explain
Are
that?
you done?
How do we
Can I
explain-
talk? Can I ask you a question now?
Yes.
Okay. You tell me they didn't come home. You tell me how in the hell their blood got in your room. How did that
That's
happen?
what we're gonna figure out.
No, wait a minute. You said they didn't come back. How did it get there?
Well, I was there, and the only time that I wasn't there while they were gone was a portion of that morning. That's
Okay.
it.
Now explain to me. You were there.
You really trying to
You
push
just
that time?
you just told me you were there, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. You were there. One more time. You were there, correct? 'Cause I may be hearing this wrong, and I want to know. You were there. Their blood is in your room. So stands to reason you know how it got there.
Okay.
1 and 1 equal 2.
None of what I just said made any kind of sense. I mean, that's not even
Absolutely
plausible.
zero.
I mean,
No phone activity
No,
all day.
the phone activity ain't got nothing to do with it. They leave the house at 8:30, they're alive.
It does to me because if there isn't any phone activity, and none whatsoever from whatever time the last time was, outgoing from their phone, it's possible that they never did come back home.
James,
But
that
how
is
did blood in the house
bullshit.
when they left
It's
the house
bullshit.
alive? They left the house alive. They were two living human beings when they left the house at 8:30. You said that, and Grandma said that.
You're steering away from the top. You're steering away from
What's
the
the top?
time out. You're steering away from the facts of the case. The
Look.
facts of the case is their damn blood is in your room. You
Period.
cannot undo that. That cannot be undone. It is in your room. Quit steering away from that. You tell me how it got in your room Thursday night when you were there.
Or tell us who killed them. Because it happened there.
Don't worry about the damn phone. The hell with the phone. That don't matter.
You think somebody killed them somewhere else and brought them around there and poured their blood all over the room?
Never said that.
I've said, do you think that could have happened? No. So the only other person that's in that house from the time they're alive to the time their bodies are put across that ferry boat is you.
Imagine that.
By your own admission. By your own admission, you're the only one in that house. From the time they leave at 8:30, they're alive, till we got their bodies on the boat, the only person with them alive is you. The only person at the house. They leave alive with blood in their body, and in between there, during the time you're at the house alone, you're the only one there, there's blood all over the house. And I mean a lot of blood.
When your daughter was cut open for an autopsy, there was no blood in her body.
That's how much blood she lost.
That's how much blood is in your room.
The human body has 7 pints of blood. That don't sound like a lot, but that's a lot.
I'm aware of how many 7 pints is.
And she had no blood in her body. And Crystal didn't have a whole lot more, but she did. She didn't. And that is simply because she had the supreme fuck beat out of her.
And it's all over your room.
Okay, so
Brittany
that's
had her fucking brains fucking beat in.
And by your admission, you were there.
I know what you're trying to do.
We
I ain't trying to do
nothing.
shit.
We're just
It's
telling
there.
you the facts. We're just telling you the bold ass, bald ass facts of life. At 8:30 in the morning, them 2 girls are alive, and that evening they're fucking going across that ferry, being dumped, murdered.
James, y'all got into it about something that night. Something started this
I've never
argument.
gotten into it anything.
I don't think that you're a vicious person, but I think y'all were sitting there doing something. Y'all got in an argument about something, and it got carried away.
Whether it was a lifestyle
That's
argument, whether it was
exactly what
argument
happened.
over some dope, or it was argument
what
over
happened.
whatever.
Yeah, we don't care what the argument was over. You were
I never
there.
said we were arguing.
You were there. When your daughter was killed, you were there. You just admitted to it.
Well, there had to be
You
some kind of
admitted you were in
dispute.
that house.
Somebody's not going to voluntarily walk in and get their fucking brains beat in over whether there's not being some kind of dispute going on. She's not going to walk in and say, "I love you, Daddy. Hit me in the head." That ain't going to happen. No, there was some fucking headbutting going
That's
on.
not funny, dude.
It's not funny,
No,
but it's a
none of
fact
this
of
is
life.
funny.
None of this is funny. None of this is funny.
This was two human lives that were taken in your room while you admitted you were there.
I notice how you keep saying that. But you and I disagree on that time that they were at home, that they came back.
No, look, science will prove. Science will point it out. You cannot disprove it.
You fucking explain that. You fucking explain it. That's your goddamn fucking daughter's head smashed in. You explain it. You explain it. Throw it away like a fucking garbage. Like fucking garbage. Like garbage. I don't give a shit what on God's earth either one of them girls did. They did not deserve that.
And damn it, James, you know. You
Look
know
at that.
how it happened.
That's your daughter's fucking head. Jesus Christ. That is your daughter and her significant other.
And it happened in
You
your
explain to
birthright.
that 5-year-old, I want you to explain to that 5-year-old about this. That you say who's so smart. Garbage. Throw it away like garbage at a dumpster.
With your prints there.
What happened? What on God's earth could have been so bad to get this to this point? If something happened and she went off on you or pulled a gun on you, then you know what? Tell us about that. You think we enjoy dealing with this? Hell no. You think we got to deal with telling that 5-year-old that her mama's been murdered? You think we enjoy telling your grandma today about all that friggin' your blood in that room? What happened, buddy? What happened? What happened? Give us something. Was a defense going on here? What happened? Everybody and his brother's going to watch this someday, and you know what? It's about time that you have some remorse about what happened to your daughter. To your daughter. And now your daughter has had her goddamn brains beat out of her. Okay? Her friend's got a fucking hole in the side of her fucking head you can put your fist through. And then they're throwing it away like garbage. At a fucking old abandoned ass fucking ratty ass goddamn hotel at a dumpster. Jesus. What happened? What happened, buddy? What drove you? What created this?
What drove me?
What created this situation here? How did this happen? I mean, something had to really get out of whack. Bad. Bad.
James, what happened? Put this
First off,
thing to
clear your
rest.
soul. You're a man of God? You a Christian man?
Put this thing to rest, man. Get it off your shoulder and tell us what happened.
What could drive someone to do that? What happened? What happened? Did she pull a gun on you or something? What happened?
My daughter never pulled a gun on. Brittany don't even have a gun that I know of. No.
Let me tell you something. You know,
James,
we're
it's
not
out.
done with
Yeah.
this. We're not done. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
None of our arguments were on this scale. None of our disagreements was on this scale. So I don't care what y'all say.
Well, what happened?
We didn't have.
What happened?
You keep asking the same question.
I got it. I
Because
don't
you
have an
were
answer.
there, James.
She was killed in your room.
You were there.
You place yourself as the only person there, and and they're killed in your room. There's blood outside the door. There's blood on the wall of the house. When you walk up that ramp, there's some blood on the ramp. When you walk into the room, there's a bloody shoe print right there.
Two of
You
them.
look on the carpet as soon as you walk in from the outside up that little ramp, handicap ramp for grandma. There's droplets of blood all over. You walk straight towards the kitchen, you take that carpet back, and god damn, there's a whole pool of blood there. You step down there past the broken ass lamp and all that shit that's all over the fucking place. And there's blood on the carpet. You go further in the room, there's blood on the carpet. You go over there behind the couch, there's blood on the carpet. There's blood on that chair that was in the room. There's blood on the couch. There was some shit going on.
There's blood on the rug.
This kind of shit doesn't just happen from a single blow, walk up behind somebody and ambush them. That just didn't happen. There was some crap going on here. Do you realize how many ass whooping scenes that I've been to and murders I've been to, and I've never seen anything just spread out this much in a room?
5 strikes to your daughter's head. 5 of them. What
5.
happened, James?
5. That ain't just a defensive blow. That's somebody. There's something
They're
going
mad.
on. Somebody's angry. That's personal.
I ain't never been that mad at Brittany.
Well, who did? Did Crystal do it and you killed Crystal?
No.
Did she kill Crystal and you killed her?
What happened?
Did you have any kind of relationship with Crystal?
I told you, man. I treated her like she was my daughter.
I'm just asking. Stranger things have happened.
I treated her like she was my daughter. I even called. She called me dad. I called her.
Okay. Well, there wasn't a homicide-suicide here because they had to get loaded up somewhere. Who loaded them up? Okay. What happened here?
Yeah, what happened? Killed in my room, as you say.
Oh,
Did
ain't
you-
no doubt
and
about
you-
that.
And you were there, as you said.
We had pictures we'd show you, but they're still out there working the scene. But there's enough blood, it looks like a slaughterhouse.
Wow.
Come on, man. Get it. You need to clear your soul here. You need to clear your soul. Let me tell you something. This is what I was going to say a minute ago. And you started to say something, I didn't want to interrupt you. We're not done here. Oh, we're not done here. Okay? By no means are we done here. Okay? And we're going to work this and continue to work this to the very end. Okay? But I want you to understand something here. I want you to understand that the better things are and the easier things for us to do the right thing and put closure to all this, the easier it makes our job to do all this and to work with the families, the easier it is for everybody involved. And that includes you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? So we need, what's done is done. You can't change this. You can't change this. You cannot change this. So we've got to move forward and do the right thing and put closure to this thing. We got to answer some questions. We got to give some families some questions. What happened here? So they can understand what happened here. Crystal's family deserves it. Brittany's family deserves it. And that little girl damn sure deserves an answer of what happened here. Help us. We're not done. We're not done here. We're not done. We're nowhere near done. Okay? We're nowhere near done with this. And just as people have already told us things that we know for sure now, we're going to find out more. So it would be best for you to draw the first shot here and tell us what's going on and what happened there. Did they deserve to be thrown away like a bag of garbage? I don't think so. No, they didn't. But they were.
No,
So nothing we can do to change the wrongs that happened here. There's nothing we can do to change all the shit that we found in your room. There's nothing we can do to change that. There's nothing we can do to change this. We can't bring them back. Okay? So we got to try to smooth this out and get some answers here, man. We got to have some answers here. What triggered it? It's, you know, a lot of things, once we understand what triggers things and how they happen, then, you know, there's times when most anybody can say, you know, I've been mad enough for something. There's times I could have done that myself. Okay? So we're trying to make you a human here. Show me something here. What happened? What happened? Give me some remorse here, man. Give me something. You know? Where's the car? We want the car.
James, make it right, man. This is a time to make it right. It's been wrong up until this point, but you can start now and make it right. And do it right from now on.
Right from now on, and what do you mean from now on?
I mean, from this point on, do
Tell
it
us
right.
be
Tell
honest
us
with us.
everything.
Be honest with us. Help us get Grandma's car back to
I
her.
haven't lied to you guys.
So you're telling me, look at me face to face. I want you to look at me man to man. You're going to tell me that you had absolutely nothing to do with what's in these pictures. Huh?
I didn't kill my daughter.
Who did? Then you know who did. It happened in your fucking house.
With you home.
Scotty do it?
I don't think Scotty would do something like that with Brittany. I don't think he would.
Well then who? 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 The thing is, you know what? As I came his deals is all these other things that were changed in your house that you've been going in every day since this happened.
Since it happened, I hadn't seen no pools of blood. I hadn't seen none of that, and I have the lights on. You said you walked right in and you spotted a big pool of blood?
We've seen it. Well, the big pool of blood was underneath the rug that you put on top of it.
That I put on top of.
Yeah.
Who did? Who did? Grandma?
Stop it, man. No.
Who did?
James, there's no way, there's absolutely zero chance, zero possibility that you were in that house and didn't know what went on. Zero chance.
They didn't come home that evening. I keep telling you that.
They did too. They came home alive and they were drug out dead. That's why the bottom of that carport got cleaned out. You ever heard of anything, such things called luminol? You know what luminol does?
No.
Luminol lights up blood all over the place.
Okay. Like a
They're out there. They're out there.
Kind of like
working
a
on
black
that
light.
now.
Yeah, you spray it out, and I don't give a shit. If you go in there with bleach and you clean the shit out of something, and you spray that on there, it's going to tell you everywhere there was blood. We do it all the time.
No, I didn't know anything about it.
Well, I'm just telling you, that's how it works.
That's how it works. And it'll
But
light
most
up
of the
like
blood in
Christmas
that room,
tree.
we didn't have to spray anything. It's right
I
there.
didn't see any blood. I've been walking in that den and all over the house for the last few days. I ain't seen no blood. I ain't seen it.
What's that? See that sheet? You see that wrapped around? See that?
I was looking at that.
Okay. That matches what's in your room.
Okay, you said it happened in my room.
It did.
It
Okay,
did.
it should match.
We're sitting here piecing the puzzle together for you.
And you
The only problem with this piece of the puzzle is you claim ignorance about all of it.
I'm not claiming ignorance about it.
You
Nothing
said you
that I
don't know. That's ignorance. I don't know. That's what ignorance means. It means I do not know.
Look, man, I was home Thursday night. I was home all that, for the rest of that day. When I came back, they didn't come back home. We called that girl's grandmother, and she had to come get her. She had to come pick that girl up.
When did she come back here?
That evening, if I'm not mistaken.
You are mistaken.
She spent the night in Grand's bed. She spent the night and she came the next day. You're right. You're absolutely right. Because I went in Granny's room and the little girl was in there asleep.
Now let me let you in on another little secret. I'm right about a lot of this case. And you know that. And because of what you may have to suffer in the long run over this case is why you're not telling. But let me tell you something. I told you we got one of the best forensic teams, didn't I?
You said that.
Okay.
Take it to the bank.
That's how your print is over there on that sample.
I don't know, man. If my print is on that truck, it's because
We didn't say,
I didn't say,
we
it was
didn't
on
say
the
where it
truck. I
was.
didn't tell you where it was.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I can't think of anything. I don't know.
Well, we're not going to tell you where it is. We can just tell you that we got sufficient enough.
Okay.
Put your print
I
over
mean,
there.
I don't-
But you know what? Take the print out of the mix. Flush it down the commode. Flush it down the commode. We got 2 live girls, 2 dead girls. We know when they left. We know when they got on the ferry. And in between, they were killed in your room. And you, by your own admission, you're the only one in the house.
Other than Granny and the little girl in there sleeping.
I would do that while and my grandmother's and the little girl in the house. Wow.
Well, yeah, that's what we said. That's exactly our thoughts, too. Wow. Well, you know what? When emotions and shit kicks in, people do shit all the time. And it's like after what's happened, like, how in the hell did that happen?
Some people black out and don't know, don't even realize they've done it until after the fact. They get so angry that they see nothing but red.
If you were from the outside looking in,
I understand what you're saying. You would look right at me.
what am I supposed to do?
Okay, man.
What I'm asking is for you to show, give us something here. Give me some remorse here.
Anything-
Give me something. Give me some remorse here. How can you sit here and look at that and expect me to feel all warm and fuzzy about what you're telling us? I can't do that. I can't do that. This may not bother you, but it bothers the shit out of me. And anybody that's going to see that. And there's going to be a whole bucket load of people that are going to see these pictures. Okay, and the same people are going to look at you sitting here like you don't give a rat fuck what happened to my daughter. That's what this looks like.
When we can sit there and we can point out by your own admission that you were there when they were killed in your bedroom. And how you going to explain that away when it comes to a panel of 12 people?
How? How? Tell me how you're going to explain that.
I'm not gonna try to explain that, baby. I keep telling you, I was at home that night, that day.
We verified that.
You know what? We don't doubt that.
They didn't come home, man.
But they did. The evidence is there. They did come home. You can't undo that evidence. There's no way to undo it.
How can you explain all that fresh blood all over that room?
Okay.
Then who killed him? Did Scotty do this? Did Scotty do it?
I don't think so.
Why do you say that?
I don't think Scott, well, no, I don't think Scott, he had no problem with Brittany like that.
Okay, who else?
You were there, James. Who?
Who else? One of your buddies get into this? You think some other motherfuckers are going to lie to cover for your ass and they're going to take the fall for you? It ain't going to fucking happen. It ain't going to fucking happen. Do you understand that?
I'm not trying to call.
I understand that, but that's what I'm telling you. So you leave us no choice but to keep looking at you. Unless, if you lying for somebody else, you better get off that right quick.
Jay, get this off your shoulders, man. It's all over. It's written all over your face. Get it off your shoulders. You're carrying that weight around and it's heavy on you. I seen it every time I talk to you. You can't hide it. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you're going to be able to do to get it off except sit right here and tell us.
Let's put an end to this.
Put an end to it for you. Put an end to it for her.
Because the longer this drags out and the longer we got to keep screwing with this case, the longer we're going to keep pestering their families, Crystal's family, and your family. We're going to keep going around there. We're going to keep talking to people, and we're just going to keep dragging this out because we have to. Because you're leaving us no choice. Okay? You're leaving us no choice. Do you think we want to go over there and keep throw this up in these people's faces? No, we don't. But we got a job to do. And our job is for them. Our job is for them. We owe it to her, to these two girls, to do our job to the fullest extent. We owe that to them.
And we owe it to that little girl's going to grow up without a mother now.
I got a couple other cases I'm working the same thing where girls were killed and they had children. And we owe it to them. We owe it to them. So we're not going to go away. We're going to keep rooting this thing up until we get it done.
I'm not sitting there hoping you guys go away.
Well, we're not. I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you stating fact. We're not going to go away. But for these families to get peace, let them bury these girls. Let's get answers of what happened here. Let us get this car back and find out. Get this thing put. Let's get this done. Let's get this over with so everybody can deal. Your goddamn grandma, if she's asked us once, she's asked us, what, 5 times just in the last 2 days?
Where's that car?
I want my car back. Where's my car? Because her name's on that car. She's stuck with paying for a car.
I know it.
And that's not fair to her.
She got a tote to note on a car she don't even have. She can't sell, she can't do nothing with. This has to reach a point, and again, I've been through this so many times. This has to reach a point where this is not about you anymore.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, it is about you, but there are other people involved. There are innocent people involved here. A lot of innocent people. Not only these 2 victims, but their families. And until we can close this case and put the stamp on the back of the envelope and say it's sealed and it's done, we're going to continue to have to deal with them. We're going to have to continue to talk to your grandmother and your aunts and your cousins and everybody else. We're going to continue to have to deal with Crystal's family, okay? Okay? You know, we're having to interview her daughter tomorrow. We're bringing a 5-year-old girl in to interview her. We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. We could stop it. We could get everything ironed out tonight. But as it's scheduled right now, she's being brought in and interviewed tomorrow. We don't have a choice. We have to do that. We cannot leave any stone unturned. If we could be told what happened here and tell me where this fucking car is, we could finish this thing tonight. That way they can have these funerals for these 2 girls in peace, not unknown. Send them off with dignity, because they damn sure didn't get dignity here. So let's send them off with dignity. Let's get the air clear here what happened, so that your family and Crystal's family can bury these 2 girls, and when they're done with that, they can move on with the rest of their lives and not have all this what happened shit going on. Do some soul searching, buddy. Do the right thing here. For them and your family and their family. That's all this is about now.
Lay this thing to rest, man. Let them rest in peace.
All that time you was coming by the house and you've been looking at me like I was a suspect the whole time.
Well, to be honest with you, that's not really true.
And that's not. I was almost ready to rule you out.
All of this came up this afternoon. When we just started putting pieces to the puzzle together and started making some more checks. All of this took a complete nosedive today, because we didn't find out about this fingerprint match to you till this afternoon.
Yeah, maybe
Midday,
2 o'clock or
2
so.
o'clock today. And then from there, we had other questions to ask, and we went back to your house, and we talked to the people there, and we started getting answers to the questions, and here we are. So he is absolutely correct. All of this changed complete course today. Actually, this afternoon.
Like I say, I drive that truck. I didn't, I have driven that truck. So
See, you're rerouting off everything.
Okay, well, if my prints was on it, then that's
It
what
would never
We didn't
say
say anything
on
about the truck. There's other things out there that are connected directly to this. Is what we're talking about.
Like that sheet that wrapped around my
Well, that
daughter.
sheets, that's part of
That's
it
just
too.
part of it.
That's just part of it.
I slept on that sheet.
James, we know sometimes things get out of hand. I mean, it happens to all of us. We all get aggravated about something sometimes. Some of us we're able to control it better than others. Sometimes people, like I told you before, they just see red and they don't know what happens. They just go off and don't even realize it. And then when they calm down after the fact, they see what they've done after they turn around and never knew that they did it.
I don't have episodes like that.
Well, then what happened? This is just what happened. I mean, we know what happened. Let me
But we don't know
rephrase
how
that.
it
We don't know why it happened. It's not a question anymore about what happened over there. And we don't have that anymore. That's resolved. It's a matter of why did it happen? Why did this have to happen? Why? We know what happened. We know where it happened now. We know a time window and when it happened. We know how these 2 girls died. We know all of that. We know all of that. It's just a matter of why did all this happen? Why is your daughter's head smashed in? Why does Crystal have a hole in her head? The matter is why. The fact that it's happened, we got that. We just don't know why. We don't know why. It's not like a motive, somebody robs somebody or other crimes are committed. We know what the motive is. It's just like, how on God's earth did this happen? I mean, this is just...
And James, this is anger.
That's anger.
This is anger.
That's
This
personal.
isn't accidental.
That's personal.
This is your daughter. Put her to rest, man. Let her have some peace.
That's anger. That's
not,
personal.
not even for Crystal, but look at your daughter. This came from you. This girl came from you. This is part of you. This is part of your bloodline. Let her have some peace. Let her have some rest. If for nothing else, let your daughter have it.
Let me tell you something. We know how when people are killed, you can the body talks to us. It tells us all kind of things. All kind of things.
Man, I watch CS. I know that.
Okay,
Now,
well, you know that.
Yeah,
So that tells you that those kind of injuries and the number of those type of blows with her is
5 blows, you said.
Mm-hmm.
hard.
I'm not capable of giving her no blow like that, man.
Who is?
Who is?
James, you were there, man.
Look, let's go smoke a cigarette. Okay, let's go smoke.
Give me something first. Give me something first.
We'll let you smoke. Give me something.
Give you something for a smoke. You just jumped out that chair and screamed at me, and you just did the same thing.
We're not screaming at you. We're trying to find out what's going on.
I understand.
This ain't personal. I got no issue with you.
I don't either.
I got issues with this.
I don't.
Not with you. I got issues with the fact that what happened here? Or why did this happen? Why did this happen?
James, I don't hate you a bit.
You know, if somebody- if
Yeah, if you think I'm capable of doing that, you should hate me.
I said what?
I should
If
hate
you
you.
really think I'm capable of doing that 5 blows to my
What
daughter's head,
But James, what I'm aggravated at is the fact that you know what took place that night. That's what aggravates me.
You gonna be the fall guy here? Who did it? Who did this? Who did this? One of your buddies? Scotty?
no, Scotty wouldn't.
One of your buddies do this?
I ain't got no buddies that would hurt my daughter like that.
All right, then we're back to you.
Back to me.
I'm trying to give me something else. Point me in another direction. Tell me that you weren't the only one in the house. You've told us that 10 times. You were the only one there.
Only one that night was me and Granny. We've been waiting all day. Granny called and they never called back. I didn't do anything out of the ordinary. Went back to sleep. I laid down and went to sleep.
Did you work the waterfront that day?
No, I didn't work that day. No, I didn't.
Why?
My seniority is not big down there. I can't work every day. I work when there's a lot of work down there, then I get a little work. If it's not a lot of work, I don't get none. You know?
Why did this happen? Why did this have to happen? Why did this have to happen? This is not a matter of what happened or why did it happen. You know, if somebody gets in a fight and you whack somebody one time, you hit them or whatever, that's one thing. This is pure personal anger. You watch the shows, well, there's some of that, most of the shit on them shows is bullshit, but that is factual. When somebody has these kind of injuries, it's personal. It's anger. It's not defense or, I'm robbing you and you swung at me and I'm going to knock the shit out of you and I'm going to run. This ain't about all that. And God knows what this is about. This is probably wrong place, wrong time as a result of this. Why? Why did this have to happen? Why?
In my room.
In your room.
James, if you've got any love for your daughter at all in your heart, any ounce of it, put this to rest.
You know what? You've said here early in this conversation, and you talked about how you weren't a good parent to her, and you were out of her life a lot. Okay? And then now this happens, the very least you can do for your daughter is put closure to this.
Be that good dad. Put it to rest.
This is a chance to do the right thing.
If I did
What
just like
happened?
you think I did, it's too late to be a good dad.
I told you, you can start right now doing it right. Or you can keep on, it can be wrong.
Why did this happen?
I'll tell you what, hang tight where you at for a minute. Just walk out here just a second. Think about it for a few minutes. Be right back.
Well,
What's it gonna be, Jamie?
it's gonna be.
Let's go.
Hmm?
Let's go.
Well, you
go
tell
what?
us. Go where?
Man, I don't know what you guys gonna do. What you gonna do to me?
Well, they're gonna get a warrant right now.
On our way to the judge
A warrant for what?
for your arrest. Told you we had everything laid out. You got just a few minutes left to lay it out.
Son, when you walk out this door and we're not with you, it's gonna be downhill from there. Once we can't help you.
And we're not calling you back in to talk after today. We're gonna roll the dice. You figure out how you want it.
We got some pretty interesting evidence, particularly some videos. Oh yeah.
So do you wanna clear it up? Make it blow a little softer on yourself and everybody else, or you gonna go ahead and just leave it like it is?
Be a hard ass. You gonna be the hard ass? Is that what you wanna be? Is that your answer?
No, I'm just repeating what you
Oh,
said.
okay. Well,
Huh?
I asked you, what did you want to be? Good guy or hard ass?
I
And
was
you
just
said hard ass.
repeating what you said. That's all.
Mhm.
Oh, that's fine. How can you dispute everything that you've told us and all the evidence that we have showed you? We've only showed you bits of it. And you still want to play this game with us?
That's just a portion of it, that's not even all of it.
I said okay.
Or what are you gonna tell us?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's fine.
We done?
We're done.
Stand up. Hands behind your back.
Take the jacket off.
Your jacket on. Second, I'm gonna fix where we won't tighten up.
Where's your phone?
My jacket.
Okay.
I think this is the one that's on that.
Hmm.
I think this is the one that's on that video.
Could be. Or we can get a telephone.
Yeah.
Just have a seat right there.
Mark's got it.
Let's see right there for just a minute.
Mark's got it. When you get back to Warren, so you can just sit there.
Let me go ahead and use his property.
You left my money in my pocket.
Alright,
What's that,
Do what?
James? You left my money in my pocket.
they'll get it out over to Jim. It'll go in your property over there too.
In 2016, a Texas jury took less than a day to find James Larry Cosby Jr. guilty of capital murder, handing him an automatic sentence of life behind bars without the possibility of parole. What stands out to you most about this heartbreaking case? That a father could harbor enough malice to end his own daughter's life, or that he believed a 50-mile drive and a ferry ride could outrun the physical evidence left in his own living room. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.